Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have the class event for the Oracle. Every single platform has this today. That's why I'm doing it. I usually don't do class events. They're boring. You just do the free battles unless it's a really good class. This is an example of where you should just do the free battles. And I'm going to show the team I used and then one other team that doesn't use uh, like Mythics or Dawnbringer. So wait till the end, or fast forward ahead now to the last, I don't know, let me check. It's around the 4:45 or 5 minute mark where it's not the Dawnbringer, not the Worldbreaker team. It's no Mythic, no Legendary. I just made a mistake. Usually you end up with 2 extra sigils during class events. That kind of just are for nothing, and I was going to use those 2 to show a different team, and it didn't give them to me this time, so I guess I made a mistake. I used Dawnbringer, Worldbreaker the whole time, thinking I was going to have those 2 extra battles. You know what I mean if you do your free battles all the time. You end up with those 2 extra battles where you can't get any more rewards, but you could you can do those 2 battles. And I was really going to use those to show a different team other than Dawnbreaker, Worldbreaker type team. Breaker Breaker 4-9. So we'll call this team Breaker Breaker 4-9 or whatever. Anyway, the team I used, Dawnbringer, Herdmaster, the Worldbreaker. Dawnbringer boosts off of yellow. So we're using all yellow troops. I'm using the Stormcaller class, which has a yellow storm at the start of every turn. Herdmaster explodes all of the yellow and cleanses. We got 2 of those. And then the Worldbreaker's down there at the bottom to soak up any green. He's being blocked pretty hard on red and yellow, but no one else uses green, so occasionally you'll get him up, you can cast him as well. But this is what Dawnbreaker's used for. Right here. It's one of the only things left for it to be used for. People were debating whether it was overrated, whether you should get it or not, before the arena rework. Now, with the arena rework, they have even more ammo. I still say it's a good weapon. It's one of the best weapons in the game. It's used for stuff like this. I didn't hesitate to use it for this. You cast it, your whole team gets a barrier. Most of the time you'll full clear. I'm showing you late battles. This is towards the end of the 25 free gem class event reward here. So it may not clear in one shot at the very end, but at the beginning, the first half of the free battles, it clears in one shot. Eventually, yes, it doesn't, but then your whole team's barriered, and you probably have Herdmasters. You just cast them, you get it up again, you cast it again. Pretty much can't lose, and it's what it's used for. Early in events, raid events, towers, class events. Early in events, that's when you use Dawnbringer. And then, used to be Arena, but also Guild Wars Red Day. It's pretty decent on Red Day. And it's okay on Defense. So, it has its uses. It used to have more, especially when Arena was around. But, you know, there's an argument to be said that it's not worth going for or whatever. I disagree, but it's an argument. Like, I can't fully discredit that side of the argument. Now, especially with Arena, that totally gives them way more ammo to say it's overrated and you shouldn't get it and blah blah blah. But hey, you're gonna go for Zul'Goth, you might as well get Dawnbringer. If you're gonna get Enraged Kurandara, you might as well get Dawnbringer. If you're gonna get 3 Nisha medals, you might as well get Dawnbringer. People could argue that 3 Nisha medals isn't. You don't have to get 3 Nisha medals. You got 2 and an Anu. Like, people can argue anything, even if it's not right. You know, I can argue, oh, you don't need Zul'Goth, you can use this troop. Or, oh, you don't need Enraged Kurandara, you can use Kurandara. Like, there's always an argument to be had. So, Don't listen to people, most of them that are saying don't get Dawnbringer, they're just people that convince themselves to be lazy. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now where that's the case. They hear one little bit of argument or evidence, and without researching it at all, they just believe it because it lets them be lazy or selfish. You know? Oh, I heard that this doesn't work. From this one person that's not an expert. So I'm gonna believe it because it lets me be lazy or selfish. So I'm gonna believe that because it lets me be lazy or selfish still. So I don't wanna do that. I'm gonna continue to be selfish. So I'm gonna believe what that person said and not what that expert over there said. I'm gonna believe what this guy said because it lets me be selfish and lazy still. So that's what I'm gonna believe. It's all over the world, and it's kind of like Dawnbringer here. Somebody says, "Oh, it's overrated. You never use it. You don't have to get it. No need to grind all those souls and get the best weapon in the game. No need, because you'll never use it." That's just them convincing themselves that they can continue to be lazy. So here's the other team that has no mythics, no legendaries. I had to do it in rank 1 PvP or 1 trophy PvP because I ran out of sigils and I thought I was going to have at least a couple left to show a couple battles in the class event, but I made sure to restrict myself to Divinion Fields, Centaurs, just like the class event, and then I went into ranked PvP 1 trophy, which is probably about as hard as it would get in the class event. And we did have a little trouble here at the end, but we still pulled it through because I used Jar of Eyes, which really saved our butts. But Astral Spirit, Triple Astral Spirit, we also used this earlier in the week for the World Event team. It starts fully empowered with full mana. True damage, so take colors, it'll ask you to take a color, remove a color, and that's what your damage is based on, but in my opinion, remove a color that you're not using. So there's brown, red, and purple are the ones you're not using. So remove whatever one of those has the most on the board. So brown, red, purple, whatever one, it'll show you on the left side of the screen how many of each gem there is. Look at brown, look at red, look at purple, and see which one has the most, and then choose that one. Then when you cast your next one, choose once again from brown, red, and purple, and whatever one has the most. Then when you use your third one, same thing. And just go down the list of enemies and kill them one by one, shooting your Astral Spirits, fully traded. And if you have to, cast your Jar of Eyes. It'll give you a blue storm. And I'm using Stormcaller, which is a yellow storm. So yellow storm at the beginning of the fight for your Astral Spirits. And then once you cast your Jar of Eyes, you'll get a blue storm for everyone. Hopefully you have that fully leveled up as well. This team you really need, there's no legendaries and no mythics, but you gotta have everything fully traded, so make sure that is the case, especially on, I would say, the Astral Spirits, which is not too hard to do. You only have to do it to one of them. You don't have to do it 3 times. You do it to one, you got it on all 3, you know? So, but, hey, here's a team without legendaries or mythics. It was working fine. Right here, we almost had some trouble, but with the Jar of Eyes, you get to summon. That's why he's in the 2nd slot. You could even put it in the 3rd slot to even protect it more if you want. And you can just keep summoning in something else until you win. So it works really good. Stormcaller double... I think I did a double blue, yellow, minus... green or something? Red? Not green, not green. It's definitely a double blue, yellow, minus something. I think it was brown, maybe. But yeah. So, remember, this is on all platforms. Even Switch can do this right now, and I'm pretty sure Switch has Astral Spirit and Jar of Eyes, so I'm not worried about that. Dawnbringer, Worldbreaker, I think they have that as well. Herdmaster. So, everybody, every platform can use these 2 teams. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Arena of Valor. I think it's Valor. I don't know. It might be Arena of something else, actually. Who knows? We're having the Arena event tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. Through the whole weekend, so I'm going to do a video on that. Saturday, 6 a.m. EST, live stream, probably doing some more of the arena. And then Sunday, spoiler video plus Final Fantasy VII Remake live stream. And go check out that Final Fantasy VII Remake from yesterday. Nanaki Red 13 comes through and joins the team. So, plus Sephiroth. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining, it helps a lot, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.